Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading for the next 48 hours. We're going to open up the energy of the reading today with our Otter Spirit. And this card says, you are never alone. I like that. I think that's good. Look at the cute otter. You are never alone. So, for a lot of us, I think we sometimes feel like we are, right? And it doesn't matter if we're doing businessy stuff or we're doing family stuff or we're doing a little bit of everything. Sometimes we feel that, we're the only one inside this body, and it makes us kind of feel isolated. Sometimes we can feel alone even when we're in a crowded room or we're with all of our friends and all of our family. Sometimes we feel that we're still just us here, Let's put that card into a little bit of context and see what else is happening for you in the next 48 hours, Capricorn. We've got a 6 of Swords. We have a Moon. We have a Queen of Wands. You have a King of Cups. We have a 3 of Pentacles and a Temperance card, all right? We have a Tower. We have a 7 of Cups and a High Priestess. I feel that I kind of am sensing some stuff over here. I kind of feel like there is, for some of you, there is a relationship or more than one that might feel like it's, even when you're with that person, it still sort of feels like you're alone, okay? And that may be kind of a little bit of a realization that we're going to have in the next couple of days, okay, about something. There's an intuitive clarity coming for you. And we do have a little hermit energy. So yeah, I think for some of you right off the bat, it feels like there is going to be that revelation, maybe the revealing, that that a relationship in your life is not really as solid or as present as you thought it was. And that's not a bad thing. I think it's good to know what the reality is. Yeah. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're going to set this down right over here with our little sea turtle friend right on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end. It will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation that we need. If at any point during this message you feel like you might know what that card is, put your prediction in the comments below the video. Now, as we look around the room here, we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana cards. I do feel like there is a really profound shift or a really, profound moment that's coming in the next couple days, Capricorn. I feel like something that's been hidden is going to be revealed to you. I feel like your intuition is bringing you the clarity and the insight that you need right now. Because the 6 of Swords, right? First of all, we have our majors, right? We have fire, we have water, we have a little bit of air, and we have a little bit of earth, right? It's mostly the major arcana cards. But the fact that we have the 6 of Swords, I think, is very important because it does show that there's going to be some sort of transition or some sort of movement. I feel like there is a real shift that's happening. And I feel that it's kind of you're leaving something behind you, traveling forward on this journey. I think what you're leaving behind is confusion or mistrust or uncertainty. Okay. For some of you, this may be literally a card of traveling or a changing of circumstances. For some of you, this could be the card of emotional distance, that we're sort of that maybe you're separating your heart from somebody a little bit. And for some of you, yeah, it could be that realization that even when I'm with this person, I feel alone. I need to slowly stop caring so much about that. Okay, that emotional distance. It's kind of like saying I need to move on from that, and because I don't want to let that keep hurting me. So whether that means you're going to sort of slowly phase out the friendship, or, slowly start doing other things that are going to feel a little bit more connected than they do with this particular person. Or, we sort of, we just accept the reality that says, okay, well, this person, we don't connect on that deep level. Okay? Because this card can also be healing that's brought about through release and through sort of the recognition of what can't be changed. And I have to excuse my voice. And my congestion today is really, I'm having a hard time getting over this illness that I had come down with. But anyway, calmer waters are ahead. But I feel like you're moving forward. You're moving on from something that you weren't connecting with anyway. Because that otter, right, it says you are never alone. First of all, you got yourself, you got spirit with you. That's right off the bat. You're with yourself, But also I feel like, if there is a relationship or a situation that is kind of making you feel alone, well, you don't have to stay attached to that situation. You can move on from it. Yeah. And this is that card of moving forward. Moving forward toward deeper connections, perhaps shifting focus in your life from things or even, even habits or lifestyle choices that sort of made you feel alone. Yeah. Or that isolated you a little bit. Now, the moon card is also very interesting here because this can be the dark, scary forest. And it may be that in the dark, scary forest, we tend to feel a little bit alone. That even though there may be other people with you, we're the ones that are in our own bodies, hearts, and minds and have to sort of deal with the uncertainty or the fear that is present in our life. It's a mystery. And sometimes, even though there are a lot of people around us, let's say the moon card is going to be that darkness where we can't see the person next to us. We can't see how many people are really there with us because of the darkness of the moon card, right? But this card also is about us looking at things in a different light. This is about us, sort of peering into the darkness with our spiritual sight, our spirit vision. So dreams, intuition, and subtle feelings are going to speak very loudly in your life right now. Listen to them. Pay attention to what your intuition is telling you. Okay? I feel for a lot of you there has been something that has been clouding your judgment. There's been some sort of illusion or misunderstanding, some sort of confusion that's been going on here. And if we're looking at that otter spirit, it may be that there's uncertainty about a particular relationship for some of you, whether it's romantic or family or it's friends or it's, business even. That there is some kind of, fog that's settled down on the relationship, not knowing, is it real? How are they feeling? Is this really is there really a connection here? It's not a time to rush any decisions. I think it's a time for clarity. It's a time for embracing the unknown and letting it unfold. I feel as if a lot of you are getting out of this fog in the next couple of days. I feel like there is a very distinct shift toward clarity. And this is that card that is, we're realizing that right now we're in shadow. And we're needing to trust those deeper instincts that are beneath the surface. Now we're looking at you, Seven of Cups. Because Capricorn, the Seven of Cups shows that on the surface something looks very shiny and bright and beautiful, and it looks very healthy, and it looks very, very good. Very desirable, right? But the Moon card and our Six of Swords is implying that there's something hidden beneath the surface that your instincts know, your body knows it. Even if your conscious mind is saying, well, look how shiny and pretty these things are. And for a lot of you, that's going to be the business deal that isn't what it seems. For a lot of you, that's going to be that love relationship, not what it seems. So basically saying, in the next 48 hours, Capricorn, keep your eyes peeled. Keep your third eye peeled, right? Pry it open, right? Because there's something going on here that you want to know, that you need to know. What you're looking at that may feel really, really good, and you want it to be real, it may not be what you think. So wait 48 hours. Pay attention at least for 48 hours. But I think, Capricorn, within 48 hours, you're going to get the revelation of whatever that truth is. That's going to let you know whether this is real or not, because there's something hiding beneath the surface for you. And now I'm really feeling that strongly the more I look around at these cards. We got that moon, we got the tower, the seven, the high priestess, the hermit. It is all suggesting that there's something that you're not seeing. There's more than meets the eye. Pay attention right now. It's very, very important, especially that moon card especially. And it's something, too, with that moon card, I feel like there's an instinctual trust, and I feel that the Six of Swords is, by the end of this 48-hour period, from the time you're watching this, okay, by the end of 48 hours, you're going to be moving forward with clarity. The Six of Swords is the beauty of the mind. It's clarity. It literally is clarity. It's a plan. It's knowing the way forward, and it's traveling that way, okay? So don't make any decisions now, and it could be that you're not really sure what decision to make anyway. But the message here is within 2 days, you're going to get all the information that you need. You're going to see what's under the surface, and you're going to make a decision about which way to go. Whether this is romance or family or finances or love or business or, creativity, whatever it is. Stay tuned for the extended reading because we will clarify love and money and see if that maybe is part of this. For some of you, it's going to be love. For some of you, this is going to be, a money sort of decision. For some of you, the Seven of Cups is saying you're about to buy something really expensive. And, just give it 2 days and wait. Maybe in 2 days, the thing's going to go on sale. You know what I mean? Maybe in 2 days, you're going to find something that you liked even more. Maybe this is in 2 days, you're going to realize that, it wasn't as pristine as I thought. Let's say you're going to buy a car or house or something, right? Give it 2 days, maybe your feelings are going to change. Yeah? Okay, now we have this Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is confidence and charisma. It's creativity. This is you really as a very warm and attractive person, and it's the otter spirit. You're never alone. People want to be with you, and people want to be next to you. People are inspired by you. You have a passion, you have an independence, and sometimes it's your independence that makes people want to be near you, because it's like, I almost feel there's part of you that doesn't really need a lot of people around. You're that lone mountain goat sometimes anyway, right? And I think that just makes people want to be with you even more. When you kind of have a little bit of an aloof energy, and you don't have like this desperate need to be with people, that makes people crazy, and they want to be with you even more, right? So playing a little hard to get, but I don't think it's even playing. I think it's just like, it really has to be something special to get you to sort of to give up your independence. You know what I mean? So for some of you, this is going to be that just kind of lifestyle energy where it's like you like to be alone. You like to be seen. I think you like to be in the spotlight sometimes, but you like that feeling of like, I'm doing this on my own kind of thing. Whether it's at work, it's home, at school, whether it's romance, whatever it is. I feel like you like to be out there. You like to be meeting people, but it takes a lot to really get it like that deeper connection for you. Yeah. So I feel like there is really a strong-willed independence here about you. Yeah. But there's also a lot of compassion. And I feel that in some ways you are a leader in life. You are, you do have that strong independence. That's the word that keeps coming to me. And I feel like it's inspiring to other people in a very real way. Yeah. This is, again, it's kind of a charisma and it's a charm. And I think sometimes that charisma and that charm keeps things on a surface level, right? So sometimes we may consciously be thinking, well, I want something deeper. I want something more, you know? But maybe we have that personality that we project that kind of keeps things just, I don't know, keeps things a little bit more casual, maybe. Or even that we project such stature that people want to be near you, but they almost feel intimidated by you. Yeah. I don't know. I wonder if people are sometimes afraid to approach you. And maybe not something that you're not conscious of. This card's underneath the surface. Okay. So some of you are never alone, but yet you have a hard time really letting people in. Yeah. Letting people really get close. The King of Cups is working on that though, right? Because this is also a leadership type of energy, but this is very emotionally stable. Okay, this is a lot of empathy. The King of Cups is someone who is always authentic. The King of Cups can be in a situation and can hold their own, can hold their ground, can hold fast to their inner truth, even when they're in a very hostile, emotional environment. Sometimes the King of Cups feels isolated too, because you could be a bubble in an ocean. In other words, you could hold a different opinion than everybody else. You could hold some kind of different belief. You could be just a different type of person fundamentally in the midst of a lot of people that are different than you. Okay, think of a bubble in an ocean. It's just a little molecule of a collection of gas, right? Thoughts and beliefs and values and ideas. It's a little mind. A little bubble is like a little mind, a personality, in a very high pressure emotional situation. And so, no matter what the bubble does, no matter what that personality does, it's going to be different than everybody else. A bubble in an ocean may feel very lonely, okay? But I think that your authenticity is kind of a remedy for that, okay? I think that by being yourself and allowing some of this natural charisma to come out, but also being kind of, vulnerable, and just trying to be genuine. I think that's going to be the biggest gift in your life right now. And if there is something that you're unclear about, and there's something, because we can't deny the Moon card and the Seven of Cups especially, there's something that you're waiting for that revelation, or we're waiting to really see beneath the surface of something. The King of Cups is trying to hold out until there is clarity. Because you may be feeling emotionally pressured, right? But you're saying, I'm going to wait for clarity. I'm waiting for that Six of Cups, waiting for the Six of Swords harmony before I believe anything, before I accept anything, or I let myself sort of fully love or fully connect. Okay? So the King of Cups is basically a way of saying that you have a thought in your head that you're holding on to, and you're not going to give in to the emotions yet until you get that clarity of mind. So for some of you, there's a situation that you really want to love, but you're saying, I gotta wait a minute. I gotta honor, I gotta be authentic here. I gotta trust what I'm kind of feeling, thinking. I gotta trust my instinct here. And I can't succumb to that pressure, that emotional pressure that could be coming from your own heart saying, this has to be real, right? When we're looking at a Seven of Cups, it feels like there's a big pressure here to take one of these, right? To believe in this dream. Sometimes these are illusions. So the pressure is very, very real. But you're holding out because you have that authenticity. You're saying, I've got to wait. I got to wait and see if there is anything to... I almost feel like you're a little suspicious. It's like your heart really wants it, but your mind's like, maybe too good to be true. I got to wait. Okay? That's the authenticity. That's the bubble in the ocean sort of vibe here. And of course, the Queen of Wands is so independent and so headstrong that it's like, well, I don't need anybody anyway. But I think that, your heart really wants the connection. Your heart really wants to believe that what you're looking at is real. Okay? But there's something in you that's saying you got to wait a couple days to make sure. You got to wait a couple of days to decide for real, like what you believe is the truth here. The Three of Pentacles up here is teamwork, collaboration. I feel that for a lot of you, you're getting recognized for something. I feel like you're getting a lot of attention between the Three of Pentacles and your Queen of Wands. Someone's giving you a lot of attention. And I think that you want to feel good about that. You want to embrace that and love that and trust it. But there's that little suspicion. There's that little, like, something's under the surface here and I can't yet put my finger on it, but I will. For some of you, this is going to be a work thing. For some of you, it may feel like there's really like, it's like, I don't know, it's almost like someone's being way too nice to you, that you're starting to be a little suspicious of it. Or someone may be coming in with a lot of flattery. Oh, what you're doing is so wonderful and beautiful. That is the best thing that I've ever seen. And of course, we wanna just consume that. I love that, But I think you're kind of like, you're saying, wait a minute now, I don't know if I'm going to believe that yet. I think the King of Cups is even like trying to say that you may not be trusting someone else's authenticity or the authenticity of this Seven of Cups. There may be a shared project for some of you or a shared goal that is on the table, or an opportunity for collaboration or cooperation. And some of you are being told, Capricorn, wait 2 days before you commit to anything. Maybe for some of you there is a business deal on the table that's really tempting. Wait 2 days before you sign any paperwork. Wait a minute, okay? It could be that, there's somebody that wants to work with you or for you or even wants to hire you. And they may be promising you a lot. Seven of Cups can be a card of false promises. It could be a potential romantic partner. And part of you is thinking, this could really work. This could be real collaboration. We could really build something together. But there's something in you that's saying, wait a minute, there's something else going on here. The Three of Pentacles is your body, your heart, and your mind. Body, soul, and spirit. It's internal cooperation. And I'm wondering now if there's something, it's either your body or your heart or your mind that is saying, well, wait a minute. I'm not sure if this is working. It's like something's not going to move forward for you until you have that internal harmony. Your body, soul, and spirit are all like, okay, yeah, let's do it. Right? Your body, your heart, your mind are all saying, yeah, let's go. We believe in this, let's do it. So I feel like maybe there is something that you're sort of waiting for. You're waiting for something inside of you to just click where it's like, okay, this is a big yes, right? Stay tuned for the extended reading because we will spin the yes/no coin, by the way. So really, really a big message here to pause. And I think the Temperance card is is part of that too, because I think that there's something in you that, you know, that wants to say yes even when there might be some kind of red flags going on. So that Temperance card is saying, like, look, we do not want to be hasty right now. We don't want to rush into anything. It's not a good time for just like reacting emotionally or letting our emotions get us into a bind, because we want something so desperately that we, you know, we're going to make a decision that's not so wise. Okay, that's not you. That you have the ability. You don't need anything that bad, right? You're the Queen of Wands. You don't need anything that desperately, so you can wait a while. Yeah, moderate your energy right now. Balance your heart. Okay, look for harmony. Avoid extremes. Right now, be patient and be cautious. Okay, slow your roll a little bit. Be a little bit prudent. Okay. I think that this is a kind of a gentle, cautious moving forward. It's not like these bold, loud, hard steps on the ground. It's like we're treading lightly. We're sort of, we're tiptoeing forward a little bit. And I think that temperance, we're trying to temper our heart here with the mind, with the instincts, with the intuition, to temper the desire. So I think there is a desire for something here. You want it to work. You want it to be real. You want to believe it. Of course, you know. But we have a Tower. And I think in the next 2 days, Capricorn, there will be a big shift. There will be a revelation. Something is happening that's going to shake what you thought you knew. It's like these might be revealed to be just castles in the air, or a castle on the sand or something, I guess, right? Not very stable, not very reliable. It's like a car that looks beautiful, but as soon as you drive it, it starts falling apart. You know what I mean? And we want to wait. We don't want to get invested emotionally or financially in something like this, because this is the lemon. This looks beautiful, but it's a clunker. And I think the Tower is that revelation, okay? And though it may feel uncomfortable, it may feel like it disrupts something that you really were kind of looking forward to, or something that you really wanted to believe in it, I think the Tower is paving the way for truth. Okay? Let what falls go away. And what is still there is going to be built up even stronger. The Tower is a liberation. The Tower is kind of like saying Spirit is taking something out of your life that would have been a disaster. This is an awakening. This is a push to see reality more clearly. And after the storm comes the perspective, comes that Six of Swords. We're going to know exactly how to move away from something. I feel like the Six of Swords is you moving forward away from the Seven of Cups, because you realize that they look pretty, but these are just, it's garbage. To me, the Seven of Cups, this is like when you're at like Chuck E. Cheese and they have all those prizes on the wall, and you have to do like the skee ball for like 18 hours in order to get enough tickets to buy the junk on the wall. This is the junk on the wall. And it's just, it looks good. You're like, wow, I could get a hair dryer for 20,000 tickets. Wow. And then you spend $1,000 trying to get your tickets, and it's not worth it, right? It's ridiculous. It's absurd. I think the Tower is that sort of devastating realization. And, you know, I don't like being the messenger of that kind of news, but maybe the Tower, I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but we're looking at the energy here. This is what the cards are showing. I think that this is you avoiding really dodging something that would have been bad for you, okay? Trust that this, you know, the next 48 hours is going to give you the clarity that you need. that there is this flash of insight. There is a sudden revelation. Okay? This is a moment of awakening. And I think it's really important that you wait for this to happen before you jump into anything or do anything imprudent, or do anything too risky or too bold or too definite or too final or too extreme. Temper your movements right now. Don't sign anything, don't agree to anything, don't buy anything, don't, just whatever is going on, whatever is being asked of you or offered to you, it's kind of like the temperance card is you saying, hang on a second, hang tight, I'll be right back. It's just, we're waiting. We're putting a hold on something. Because this is maybe, for some of you, too many options. Okay? And too many options, distractions, multiple choices, and not all of them are what they seem. It just could be that you're confused with too many prospects, that we're just saying, I need a revelation about which one of these I should choose, if any. If any. And I think it could also be that you've been having dreams lately, fantasies or dreams that have been pulling you in different directions. You've kind of been, you've been catching yourself thinking or fantasizing or daydreaming about other things. And so you're like, wait a minute now. I thought I wanted this over here, but I find myself dreaming about this over here. Wait a minute. I need clarity. I gotta wait. We need that sort of revelation, right? So pause before deciding, that's all. Clarity is needed so that you can choose wisely and that you can move forward in the right direction for you and your life, whether this is business or family or romance or creativity. Okay? Not every path is solid right now. So maybe the temperance card is you're sort of testing. You're testing something, okay, to see if it really holds weight. It's kind of like you build a raft, right? You build your own little canoe or gondola. You're not just going to run and jump into it. You're going to sort of test it with your feet. Can I put a little bit of weight on it? What happens to feel it out, You hear, are the boards creaking? Are the lashings coming untied? Like, is it okay? Is it stable? Is it good? Is it going to hold weight? Before you just jump into it with all your stuff and you go right through the bottom of the boat because it's hollow. It has no integrity. Yeah. So, and if this is a person or a relationship or a prospective relationship, you're doing your due diligence, and yeah, maybe you're testing the person a little bit. The Queen of Wands, this is somebody that likes to test people. This is somebody that does not need anything, does not need a relationship. So if you're coming to me with this proposal, I'm going to test you before I allow you into my inner circle. You're going to have to go through a probationary period, okay? And I think that is exactly the type of attitude that you need to have for the next couple of days. Again, Capricorn, 48 hours from the time you see this, I think you're going to get the revelation that you need in order to make the right decision. You got your high priestess here. This is your intuition that you can always trust because she is always trying to lead you to your best life, to the pomegranates in the background here, to your empress life, to your emerald city, your big rock candy mountain. Okay? The intuition, the high priestess, is trying to show you the plan. The Six of Swords is the plan. It is the way forward. Okay? That's avoiding a lot of unnecessary, trouble. So you're waiting for the high priestess to reveal the plan to you so that you know which direction to go and how to move forward. The high priestess is the card of slowing down, pausing, listening to the inner guidance. So some truths right now are hidden beneath the surface. You're waiting, you're observing, you're testing the gondola. You're testing the raft a little bit, rather than just rushing into action. So you're paying attention to those dreams and that intuition, and maybe even with the Seven of Cups. If you were about to commit to one thing, but now you find yourself sort of dreaming and fantasizing about something else, you're going to listen to that something else. Maybe your dreams, your intuition, and your subtle feelings are pointing you toward what you really need. Quiet reflection, paying attention to that inner voice. Okay? Looking for meaning in signs, symbols, and synchronicities. And not just, I had a dream last night about a different path. Man, I'm just going to dismiss it. Don't be dismissive of those images that rise up unbidden from your soul. You got to pay attention to those things, okay? Your inner voice is trying to show you what exactly you need to do and what road you need to take. The Hermit now is kind of the one that is on the lonely road, right? So the otter spirit here says you are never alone. You know what, for some of you, this is the freaking problem, right? This is the freaking problem, that you're never alone, right? The Hermit is saying, I need to be alone sometimes. And even the Queen of Wands is saying, I don't need to always be in a crowd of people. The High Priestess is saying, I don't always need the noise of sensory input. Okay, because all of those things are clouding my ability to see exactly what I need to see in my life right now. So the Hermit might be not so much you're abandoning all the options and just going your own way, and you're going to be single, or you're going to break up with the person, or you're going to say no to the business deal. But you do need some time alone so that you can reflect and find that inner lamp. Find that wisdom inside of you, Capricorn. And I think for a lot of you, it really is this reclaiming of your alone time. That some of you, you are never alone. And that is, for the Hermit, that is the problem. Okay? But also, even when you are in a crowd of people, you still have the ability to go within and find the silence inside of you. You're seeking wisdom and silence not from the crowd, but from your own inner voice. So even if you're never alone, let's say you're at work, at home, at school, there's people everywhere, you're never alone. You still have the ability to go inside and find and listen to what's inside of you. The King of Cups, not succumbing to the emotional pressure of everybody else, but to find your own truth. Okay? Because you're that bubble in the ocean, you're not alone. You're surrounded by all that water, all that emotional energy that's trying to get you to believe something that, to compromise what you're believing. It's making it difficult. All that water is making it very difficult for you to listen to that voice within. So the Hermit is saying, take some time out this next 48 hours. Find some alone time, because there's something you really need to understand in a deeper way. Okay? The answers that you seek are already within you. The Tower is liberating those answers. And the Tower might be the way the answer really changes your path. Okay? So this is that introspection. Let's look at the mystery card here. Very clear message for you, Capricorn. I think this is a real shift. I think you're not going to believe what's coming next. Okay? And it may be that, this option that's on the table is not what you thought it was. And for some of you, it was, you were about to enter into a union. The Hermit is saying, never mind, I'm going off trail, I'm going my own way. Staying single, or staying independent, or staying a solo artist, staying a free agent. But let's look at the mystery card. Let's see what this is going to give us. I'm not going to predict anything. I just want to see what it is, whether it's a card of union or a card of disunion. Where it's if it's a card of choice, and what kind of choice, okay? So if you have a prediction, though, please feel free to drop it in the comments below, and hit the like button while you're here as well. I've been forgetting to say that. Here's our card. a King of Wands. Well, it doesn't give us much of an indication of what the decision is, but it does say that we have the King and Queen of Wands now, right? So there is really this independence here. And, well, it could be a card of union or a combination of union or a combination of cards that would suggest union, but it has to be the right kind of union. So the King and Queen of Wands sort of belong together, right? So I almost wonder if this is, it's kind of like saying you do want union. You do want, let's say for a romance, you do want a partner or business or a friend or whatever. You do want it. You do want the relationship, whether it's romantic or platonic or professional. You do want the relationship, but it has to be the right one. You're not going to settle for something that is not perfect. You're going to hold out for the right person rather than just jumping into something just to have it. Okay? Because these two cards together are still very independent. It's a power couple, you know? It's like you're not going to enter into combination with just anything or anybody. Well, that's the Temperance card too, right? This idea of mixing energies together, blending together things. Maybe some of what you see out here, you're getting this revelation that the desire part of you wanted that union. But deep down in your soul, you knew that this wasn't the absolute perfect thing for you. That it wasn't the right person. It might have been the right now person, you know. And so the Queen and King of Wands, that's kind of like, that's you getting together only with the right person, place, or thing, or idea, or taking the right job. Maybe for some of you, this is going to be career choices or job choices. Not taking something just to have something, but to hold out for the right thing. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to do an extended reading. Click on the join button. That is right there. Capricorn, I thank you. I love you. And we're all in this together.